in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Georgia's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. A quick pass to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it starts to snowball. Momentum is a powerful thing. These are young kids, Jesse, and they got to find a way to swing that momentum.
They've had some tough losses, obviously some key injuries, but they need a win in the worst way possible. They have got to find a way to right the ship.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barber. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Tigers' offense will get the ball for the first time. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like, one of the best in the country at your spot. So, interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. So, if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes, because this dude will pick him off.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. And you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality and the grade.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, five-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And how about the OC slipping in the screen pass? Try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's caught downfield. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding you just got to jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. At midfield, he's got room. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Georgia going up tempo.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do it. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, 5-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get 5 stars for a reason because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
The Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on third and short. With the catch, it's Ross. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Completed pass, but it not only goes nowhere, it goes backwards. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary, 5-star defensive back, gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Was to pass. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback making checks. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw than before.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Looking for the goal line. And he will take it in. Touchdown LSU. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A
pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll go to the toss. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow in 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw again. Tight end finds a soft spot. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Ross. Turning it on! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. The screen, he can go. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Short gain on the completion. Good footwork. Gets him the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He might want another play. From the gun, the ground game. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
When linebackers blitz, not only do they have to be able to beat offensive linemen, but they're going to have to beat running backs and tight ends. You've got to have moves in your repertoire, and that linebacker showed that there.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it on the run. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Those 3rd downs are hard to execute, and when you get in the red zone, it gets even harder. But this offense did a great job. Now, forget the 3. We're leaving that behind. Now set up 1st and goal.
They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They'll try to sneak it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just
breaks into the open.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Shovel pass. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Eagles will run the offense out onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Off the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
The Bulldogs need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Looking to throw on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, and time is running short. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on 3rd and long. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll open the second half on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Flying down the right side. At the 20. Touchdown, Tiger! And the stomping has commenced.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. War Eagle. Auburn is putting on a show offensively. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up by 25 over Oklahoma. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. He'll pitch it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice.
There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback running on the draw. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Unloads quickly. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Oh, they're after him. He's got him. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback will keep it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. Second and 10, really hard. Third and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
A designed run for the quarterback. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. Gets it out quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Into enemy territory and outbounds at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy, and maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got the quick completion. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Now on second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Split backs here. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He stops him at the 31, but not before he picks up 10 yards on the play. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move.
Picked off to stop the threat. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Puts it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Got a little space. Turning it on. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Finds his tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. When you're dealing with the big tight end, you better get a bunch of hats around the football.
And here's the thing, Reese. These used to be big, slow tight ends. Now these guys are absolute freaks. They're so good. You can split them out wide. You can put them in the formation. They can do so much. And you see after the catch, hard to get to the ground.
Georgia going back to work with another first down.
Here we go.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Off play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coates. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a...
Touchdown, Georgia! Great job by the back on the option.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is because, as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, looking to pass. With the catch, it's Ross. Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Wade. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle, man. They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Takes the easy completion.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free. But the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. This offense has it with really good field position. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down.
Here we go. Set.
Wide receiver going in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first down. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This feels like 4 down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They've yet to convert on fourth down, though not for lack of trying. 0 for 3 so far. Let's see if they can get it done this time. Here's the pressure. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.